Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Sisters podcast. I'm Adrienne.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Amy.
And I think this is episode 13.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Anyways.
What's today? The 22nd? July?
Yes, July 22nd.
2016.
Yeah. So, welcome back. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back and watching us. And if you are new, thanks so much for checking us out. And we hope that you like it.
New ones.
We have had a lot of new ones. I think we're almost 400 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of new Ravelry people too. So that's
not like
welcome.
almost not like $3.99 or anything, but I think we're like $3.50 maybe.
Yeah,
subscribers.
344,
yeah,
something like
which
that.
is very cool. So we've had some new people. We've had some new people join our Ravelry group, which is really cool. So thank you so much.
Welcome.
So where you can find us, we have a Ravelry group, as I just said. It's called the Reluctant Sisters Podcast Group. You can shoot over there and find my show notes, and you can.
I'm gonna do them this time. I promise. I wrote them down real good,
and see all of our cows and everything that we have going on. It's a pretty good group, so we're really excited about it. It's really starting to come alive, which is awesome. So if there's something that we've said that's not in our notes, or somebody doesn't do notes, just ask and we'll
get right back to you.
Yeah, we're on Ravelry on the daily, so you will get an answer. You can find me on Ravelry as Reluctant Knitter with no E in the knitter, and you can find me on Instagram and Periscope as The Reluctant Knitter.
And I'm on Ravelry as Sarah JG2 and Instagram as Sarah Gotro.
and I am Flower Babies 3 on all the interwebs.
Yes, everywhere. Everywhere you want to find her.
Flower Babies 3, that's me.
Yay. Awesome, possum. So, let's talk about cows. So we have 2 cows going on right now. We have the Reluctant Cow, which is an ongoing cow. So this one is the July-August installment. It's going till August 31st. And this is anything at all you are reluctant to make. It's called a cow, but it's really a make-along, so you can do anything. If you're reluctant to dye something, go ahead and throw it in there. You're reluctant to learn a new technique, go ahead and throw it in there. Whips are included. It doesn't matter how old they are. We really enjoy seeing really old whips. And then every installment has a theme. So this, for this installment, it's socks. You don't have to be reluctant to knit the socks.
Right.
If you're knitting socks for another cow or something else, and you finish them before August 31st, throw them in there, and you can post the picture twice. So please don't forget to post them twice. And that's 2 separate posts, not 2 pictures in one post, because you get entered twice to win the prize.
Right.
Or Warren.
And there's tons of
That
sock.
could be a thing.
I think the Bakery Bears might have
Yeah.
a sock thing, and then there's Sock at the Summer, and then Not a Podcast group, and then Second Sock, right? And
I think Grocery Girls
Girls.
second sock.
So with that being said, in any of our cows from now until whenever, please feel free to dip away, dip it up. The more the dips, the merrier, I guess. We hope you win something.
And the more, if we get a lot of, the more entries, the more prizes.
Yes. So
Probably like 50.
yeah.
Or it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. If we feel like it, we'll throw another prize in there.
So the prize right now that we have is was donated by the owner of Mothers of Pearl yarn shop, which was a local yarn shop in Bosra, Connecticut that recently closed. But she donated a felting bag kit.
You knit a purse. It's got everything you need to knit the purse and felt it. And
So there's a picture in the thread for that cow. So go ahead and check it out. We're coming to you from Connecticut, which I forgot to say in the beginning. So hello from Connecticut. The second cow we have going on right now is the Rhinebeck cow. It's a sweater along. It's a adult sweater along, so you can crochet if you want to crochet an adult sweater as well. We are going to Rhinebeck, so we're all going to be knitting a sweater or are already knitting sweaters, and we'd like you to knit along with us, even if you're not going to Rhinebeck. And there's a limit of 2 sweaters per person entry, please.
We should Periscope
And that
from
ends,
Rhinebeck.
yeah, we'll try to Periscope from
That'd be
Rhinebeck.
fun.
That goes till October 31st. So,
we might have to do it. We'll have to see because Wi-Fi is
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
notoriously tricky there. But
So, there's a new-ish local yarn shop near me in Old Saybrook, Connecticut called The Knit. The owner, Betty, just messaged me on Ravelry and said she would like to donate a prize for the Rhinebeck cow. So thank you so much, Betty. We're going to be going there today. I don't have it with me because we'll be going there after we podcast to see what the prize is, but I will post it on Instagram and I will also put the picture of it in the thread. We are also going to pick a prize, buy a prize at Rhinebeck for a winner. And then the more entries we have, the more things we would like to give away. So please enter.
And if you'd like to donate,
If you'd like to donate a
let
prize
us
to
know.
any of
We'd
our
love it.
cows, please let us know.
I let somebody messaged me, so hopefully that'll work out.
Yeah.
Another donation.
Nice.
And were you going to go on to something else now? Because I want to talk about the...
Yes, please do that.
Okay, I also want to say thank you to Heidi, Packy Knits Design on Etsy, and she's a member of our group.
And she has a YouTube channel.
Yep.
the
And so she has an Etsy store, and she generously has a coupon code for us. It's Etsy15. There's a thread and a link in our group on Ravelry. Etsy15 for 15% off the yarns in her store. And that expires September 1st.
She dyes some fun yarns.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I
does have
really
cute
like
yarns.
those.
I actually
some
just
cool
looked
stuff.
at them.
The cherry bomb pop colors.
Yeah, that's
really
fun.
cute.
And while you're in there, just scope out her other things.
Yeah,
'cause
so she
has
has
a
deep
lot of-
pan holders and things like that. So this is just for 15% off just the yarn. But
Really cute.
yeah, really cute dye.
Oh, and
dyed up stuff.
she's from Connecticut and she lives in Florida now.
Oh, I forgot that.
I didn't know she was from Connecticut. I
Yep.
missed that part. Cool.
Yeah, I keep forgetting and then I remember. So thank you very much, Heidi.
Yeah, that was so sweet of you. Thank you.
Oh, and if any other makers, shop
Yes.
owners want to put a
Want to give us a coupon for our viewers?
yeah, want to
Yes, we will mention you.
Yeah, and just you can put it yourself in the
Thread.
or you can
Tell us and we'll put it in
Yeah.
the thread. But feel free to post something in the thread yourself if you'd like.
and we should see it. You don't have to let us know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But if you feel like it, just to make sure that we see it, that's fine too. And we'd love to mention it.
We'll post it all over Instagram and whatnot too.
Cool. Did you want to do, we had a question in our question thread. Do you want to do that at the end? Do you want to get into knitting? And then we'll do our question. We
Either way,
answered
it
it.
doesn't matter.
We answered the question on Ravelry also, but we thought other people, if you are new, would like to know.
Whatever you feel like.
Okay. So we'll do the question at the end. I
Okay.
think that's what a lot of people do. So we can move right on to knitting. This is pretty standard podcast with all of the standard sections. So this is our finished object section. I had a secret test knit that I did. It was a pair of socks, so I can't show it, but I do have a finished object, but it appears that I don't. But I was productive, so don't think that I wasn't.
Yeah, and I had my socks I had to finish. I showed them on the last podcast. I gave them away already, and I did a secret test knit too. So it
Do you
looks
have
like
any other finished objects?
I have my spinning, so I can talk about that after if Amy wants to show her knitting.
Do you want to show your knitting
Oh,
finished
okay.
object?
Yes.
She brought it with her.
I too did a test knit, so I do have a finished object, but I can't show it.
You'll like it. You'll like it when we can show it.
Yeah.
Finished my lemonade shop.
Do you want me to put it a little? Give me one of them.
Oh yeah, do one of them. This is Lemonade Shop Clouds and Rainbows Sparkle Sock Base, and I did the Driftwood pattern by Mina Phillip.
Came out really good.
It did
It
come
was
out good.
the Knitting Expat podcast. I did them on Addy size 0 2.0 millimeters.
You did? How many
Yes.
stitches did you do?
I believe I did 72.
Oh wow.
I went up to 72 because I bought carbons
Oh,
in
yeah.
zeros, and then I was having a tough time. I didn't like doing two because they were
It's-
shorter circulars, so I didn't like doing
Yeah.
the two. So I bought, since Mothers of Pearl was having, I got the Addies and the zeros, so I could just do magic loop on one. I love the Driftwood pattern. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cute.
6-row repeat. Yes,
oh, and it's
4.
sparkly.
it looks like 4.
I don't know.
I think it's the 4-row repeat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
'cause you
lowest
did
one.
6. So this is a 4-row repeat. She's got 4, 6, 8, and 10 row repeats on that. Her Beyond Vanilla Volume 1 sock patterns.
Oh, I
you
forgot
get
to
4.
ask you. Did you message Mina?
I did.
Okay. I thought you probably did.
You get 4 patterns. It's completely worth it.
Yeah.
The patterns are neat, and they're so intuitive that
Yeah.
you just crank it out. As a matter of fact, can I show this one?
Yeah, go
Since
ahead.
it is okay.
Is it a hoe or
It's a hoe. It's a baby hoe.
Oh, baby hoe.
Not an ugly
Which
hoe.
we
it's a
don't
baby
ever
hoe.
do hose because we all knit our socks two at a time, so we hardly ever have.
But
we never have hose.
I was testing this out for my children, and so I just did one to make sure that I was,
And plus a little
had it
shorty
right.
kid
Yeah.
sock.
Yeah,
So
it
I did
takes
a
no
little
time.
shorty. I did a little baby driftwood sock out of my first Reggio, and I did the pink and then a little blue heel. And
Cute.
my daughter's bugging the
Whose
crap
is it?
out of me. It's Evelyn's.
She's 7.
She's just like, "Well, did you finish my other sock yet?" I'm like, "We're living in
She loves
flip-flops.
knitting and yarn.
Yeah, it's
We're
summer
living
here,
in flip-flops.
so
I'll finish it before school. I promise."
Evelyn's so cute because she's just so into like anything.
She loves it.
loves the handmade stuff, which
She
is
loves
so
fiber.
nice.
She loves looking at the
Yep.
fiber, looking at the,
The
yarn.
colors. She's so cute. She
So,
should start to
She's
knit.
very excited about that.
Is this a fish lips kiss heel?
Yes, it is. But yeah, she's into it. They did start knitting. They have their knitting stuff, but I think she just gets frustrated with it. She just wants.
Yeah,
people-
well, you know, I'm a kid picks
She's
up,
a
so
little
puts
girl.
it down.
just knit me the things.
Yeah, that's how
So-
I used to be.
But that's it for me.
Well, good job. They're both beautiful.
Thank you.
So Sarah spins.
Yes.
So we have some spinning FOs. This is super fun. If you follow her on Instagram, you've already seen it, and it's awesome.
I forgot my brown wool for my sweater, so I'll try to remember that next time. It's on my Instagram too. But I love this. This is Spun Right Round Targi. It's a color play. I can't remember what number. I lost the tag or it's somewhere. But her color play series, it's like one of a kind. So if you see something that's color play and you like it, get it.
Get it.
She does she has a wide color palette, but you know, I'm hoping maybe to look for something similar to this because I really like it. So 4 ounces of Targi. Where did I
So
put it?
go check out her Instagram if you don't already follow her because
Yeah.
she posted the before picture as well
Oh, yeah,
of the
the
fiber
fiber.
and then posted the spun up. So it's nice to see it like side by side.
Yeah. Oh, Spun Right Round is on Etsy. And I got 426 yards of fingering. I did a chain ply to keep the colors together because I don't like a lot of barber pulling. So speaking of Evelyn, when she saw the fiber, she took it and put it around her neck and said, "Oh, you have to make me a sweater." And I'm like, "Well, I don't have enough for a sweater." And she's like, "Well, make it a little one." So I was,
And I said, "Don't."
yeah, she said don't, but I might.
My kid is
Or-
spoiled.
But she loves
How little of a
it.
sweater? Oh, are you gonna put a different color
One of
with
those
it?
little shrugs or something.
Well,
I
I've done the
wanted to.
emissary. I can look that up. But I was thinking maybe this. I don't know how many skeins I need, but probably only one. If I do make a sweater, darn it. If I do make a sweater for her, I was thinking maybe this is called the Thousands. It's by Kelly Brooker. This is the fingering weight. She has like 100s, and it's DK. I think she has a DK and a worsted of the same sweater. But I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, it's just like a color work and you do hits, so that'll make it go longer. Maybe I'll do something like that, or maybe I'll just use it for me because I love it.
We spent all that time spinning the yarn. I didn't want you to be like, "Oh, now I'm going to make a sweater for this kid."
For someone else.
Well, yeah, but she's knit worthy, and
She is.
I don't
She does.
She
mind.
is
Those
knit worthy
things.
and she loves it and she really appreciates
She would love
it.
it.
Sheets,
Yeah.
things.
Oh, should I look up the
For sure.
She understands how long things take, and she gets very excited.
Yeah.
over it, so.
Yeah, it's not like she was.
And little kid that's gonna, like,
and then
not
she
appreciate
blogs
it.
at school. All of the things my mother makes me. And,
Aw.
Oh, does she?
yeah,
cute.
Olivia too. Look what my mom made
nice.
me.
I mean,
And the other thing is that Sarah, was this a yarn club or did you buy this?
no, I bought it.
Okay. So the other thing is Sarah just enjoys spinning. She's talked about it before on podcasts. She's always wanted to spin ever since she went to Sturbridge Village in Massachusetts. And so,
It might even
as
be
a little
before
girl.
that with
Like the Sleeping Beauty.
yeah.
Seeing the spinning wheel and Sleeping Beauty. So if this might not be a color that you'll wear. Like, what are you going to make?
If I
you
did,
do
I'd
it for
probably
yourself?
do socks or like brioche. I was thinking, but we'll
Right.
see.
So even though it did take a lot of time to spin, she might,
It's no big deal.
she loves to
Once-
spin, so it doesn't,
Hand spun feels like such a treasure when you don't spin it yourself, but once you start spinning, you're like, oh, I can use it for anything.
Yeah.
It's not like.
But like if you
unusable
get
'cause
hand
it's so
spun as a
special.
gift and you're like, you don't want to knit with it because you're like, because it's hand spun and it's
Right.
precious, but it's when you spin, it's not.
But I've made this for them before. It's called the Emissary. It's a shrug.
They still fit them.
Do they?
Yeah.
Like the
It
ones
still
I
fits
knit
them.
them for. See, so it's a shrug, so it's a short sweater anyway. Amy's kids are pretty
Slender.
slender, so
They'll probably fit into it for a little while.
yeah, and it's short sleeve, so it's not like it will look like they're outgrowing it. So
That would be
maybe I'll do
cute.
something like that, and then if I did that, Charlotte could grow into it. So
That would be really cute.
And I keep those things.
yeah,
Those, even the
so I might do that.
sushi dresses.
Be quick.
It's like, yes.
I know it. So.
And then when they get too short, I just put leggings on them. Like, those are the things I do. 'cause
Oh, like
I'm
dresses? Yeah.
Yeah,
Make it with the
dresses.
shirts.
It's like they still fit in it, but it's
Because
just too
basically
short.
Amy's children just grow up.
Yeah.
Like they don't grow like out. They just grow
Yeah,
up.
they're really
So when I watched her kids for the week that she was on vacation, I put Olivia, who's the oldest, in something like it was like a flowy shirt with leggings, and then I realized it was her sister's, who's 7 years old, and it was a dress on the 7-year-old. So it's like they'll fit it.
And then I've also finished. I did this with kind of like quick and dirty. This is from Knit Spin Farm. They're also on Etsy. This was a bat, which is just a different preparation of fiber. Because this is from a braid comb top, so that means that all the fibers are going in the same direction. And then this was a bat, which is they're all jumbled up. It's called Neapolitan with a blackberry on top. It has Blueface Leicester, Corriedale Fin, Merino, and Silk.
I like the colors.
So I have, it's a 2-ply, 256 yards of about a DK-ish. So this is full of barber pulling, but I didn't mind. You know what I was thinking for some reason with this? I'm like, it should be like a stuffed bunny.
Oh,
I don't know why, but you can
colors.
the brown
Cute.
faded a little bit, but you can see there's brown and white and strawberry color and black, some hits of purple, just like Neapolitan ice cream. So
cute.
that's what I.
You should do the Neapolitan shawl with that in it. Isn't that what Bakery Bears?
Yeah, that would
Kay
be
from
cool.
Bakery Bears has a pattern out,
Ooh, good idea.
and then it'd be kind of fun themed.
Mm.
Neapolitan shawl with Neapolitan color. The color.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Very
So
good.
that's it.
Moving on to whips. I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
start.
that's what.
So I have the 3 whips that I've been having for a long time because I had to do that test knit. So these are my whips.
She wanted to do the test.
That's right, I did. I mean, who doesn't want to do a
I
test
signed
knit,
up
really?
for another one, even though I'm doing one, and then I signed up for another one. I'm like, I can get it done.
So this is my bag that Sarah made me. She shared the pattern
A while ago.
a while ago in one of the old episode threads, so if you want to see the pattern, stalk us. So I'm also doing a driftwood sock by Mina Phillip. And this is in Knit Picks, so I'll show you what it is. I'm doing the 6-row repeat, so the little patterning is just a little bit more spread out than on Amy's. That's the back of the sock if you want to see the color. So I'm doing this in Knit Picks Stroll Fingering and the Koi Pond hand painted colorway. So it's 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And I'm doing these on Knitter's Pride carbons, so the 40-inch US size 1, so 2.25. And I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. And I'm almost done with these. I'm trying to bang out my whips because I don't want to start anything else until I get my yarn for my sweater, because I kind of want to devote some time to the sweater, which I haven't started yet for Rhinebeck, so I'm pretty sure I might not make the deadline for Rhinebeck.
Yes, you will.
So anyway,
Well,
I usually do the leg
at
about
least
the same
one.
size as the foot, so I just have a little bit more left to go before I put a cuff on it.
What yarn are you doing your sweater?
Fingering.
Oh,
I know.
get to work.
I know. So I kind of don't want to be, I mean, not that I won't work on anything else, because I might have those days where I need a little bit of a
Yeah.
change from fingering weight stockinette sweater. But I'm trying to clean off some of my whips. So I'm almost done with this. I started like banging this out yesterday. I watched 2 movies and knit all day. So, oh, and I think I was here. I put a little thing. I was here when I showed it almost 3 weeks ago on the last podcast. So I've gotten some progress done. So that's good. Next, I have in my The Fawn and the Fox project bag. It's field journal, which I love. And these are also Amina Phillip pattern. I love her stuff. I love her patterns. They're so easy. So this is the cobblestone socks from her Beyond Vanilla sock collection as well.
Volume 1.
Volume 1, because there will be a volume 2 coming out. So that's what it is. I'll talk about the yarn in a second. This is where I was when I showed it last. I haven't really knit very much on this since, oh, my stomach's growling. So I'm knitting these on Addy Sock Rockets. This is 2.25 millimeter, 40-inch cable again, magic loop like I always do. And this is in Zauberball, original Zauberball, in the watermelon colorway. So it's a single ply yarn. So I caked it up, and this is what it looks like. The color changes on these are really long, like it takes a long time to get the next color. So I kind of like can't wait till I can get to like the pink or something to change it up a little bit. But that's that. Next. Oh, these are just vanilla socks. These are for my husband. And I went down the 9-inch circular rabbit hole. So I'm using Hiya's 9-inch circulars. And I'm doing these tandem.
Do you like it?
It's fine.
Are you used to the needles now? Or
Yeah, it's all right. You can definitely borrow them when I'm done.
Not your favorite?
No, but I don't think that I'll never use them again. I think they're just different. They're
Yeah.
all right. It's nice because you knit in the round, so you're not like pulling your thing through, but I don't think that I'm any faster or necessarily any slower on them. It doesn't really make a difference to me. So I'll definitely keep them. I might end up doing sleeves. I don't know what I'll do on them, but
Might be kind of small for sleeves. But
yeah.
Anyway.
They might be.
Yeah,
but you
I
can
don't-
definitely borrow them if you
Yeah.
want to try them out.
I don't know if I will. I'll talk about that after.
So this is one of them. So I'm doing them cuff down. This is where I was last. I did a Fishlep's Kiss heel. No, I didn't. That's a lie. I did a Fishlep's Kiss heel on my cobblestone socks. Not cobblestone. Doesn't matter. Driftwood.
Oh, dear goodness.
This is Mina Phillip's German short row heel.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Because Eric loved it too.
So I did it on the test knit socks as well that I did. So they just finished blocking, so I have to weave in the ends and then actually wear them. It's kind of hot, so I might not get like a real gauge on whether I like that one better or the Fishlep's Kiss heel better or equally like which one fits the best. But knitting it was so quick, like really awesome. And I did not take these off of the 9-inch circulars to do my heel. So I've heard a lot of people say that they're transferring them off and then transferring them back on. I didn't do that, and it was fine. Sorry, my stomach is growling.
I'll have to try that.
So I turned the heel on the other one too, but literally only did the heel and then did the heel on this one and then started knitting up on this one. So this is also Zauberball original, and it is in the Cafe Flare colorway. And it's really a hot mess because this was really difficult to skein up. So, ooh, my hair.
I told you.
My hair's a hot mess too. Yeah, they're already balled up, so then you have to skein it up if you're doing 2 at a time, but whatever. It's a mess. And that's it. And the 9-inch circulars are also 2.25 millimeter. And they're for my husband, so I cast on 72 stitches. I typically do 64. Is that how it works? That's it. That's it for my whips. Next.
Oh, my turn.
Do you know
Whoever.
You go.
Oh, I'm in the middle of a row. I don't usually do that. These are more socks for a friend. It's the Arnie and Carlos. I think it might be the second. The sweater collection from Regia. I do my socks on 2.5 millimeter Addy sock rockets, 40 millimeter.
40-inch.
40-inch, 100 centimeter. What am I making? I'm just doing Hermione's every day. Not wearing battle matching. I don't know. Not allowed to say they're not. It's not anything exciting.
Sorry, we don't have any exciting whips.
Well, this is exciting.
Exciting one.
This is exciting.
Sorry, none of my socks were exciting.
I'm like feeling
I
funny
like
all of a
yours.
sudden.
I
Sorry.
wanted this.
Like, what?
Like you're gonna be sick?
No, I'm just kind of
I
like,
want this color.
I don't know,
I'm sorry,
blobby.
Bobby. I like it.
This
too.
is my breathing space. I think I forgot to put
This is
it.
her Rhinebeck sweater.
Yeah,
Rhinebeck sweater.
one of them, or I don't know,
Cosby
whatever.
sweater.
Here's a sweater. I don't.
Here's a sweater.
I think I should wear it to Rhinebeck because it's awesome, but we'll see. I think I was right here last,
I think you were.
but I can't remember. So I finished, which this took forever. Like it's always like
Is it
you're
this-
knitting
oh,
it,
yeah.
knitting all day, and you don't even like get an inch, and then twisted rib like makes me crazy. And this
I have a
took
question about twisted rib because
days.
I've never done it.
Yeah,
When you do a twisted rib, you knit the knit
back.
part through the back loop.
Yes.
But you purl like normal.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But you knit both of the knit stitches through the back loop.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's not as like smooth for me. So whatever. Anyway, the bottom part felt like it took forever, and then
It looks really good. Those colors
it's
look
kind of
really good together.
It's like a tunic, so it's a lot of stitches and whatever. And then I'm on the sleeve, and I'm using a 12-inch Addy. This is on a is it 3.75 millimeter? No, it's a US size 4, 3.5 millimeter. Yeah, 12-inch.
Nice. Is that your first time using 12-inch?
Yeah, it takes.
And?
It's just I like it.
It
It's just
takes, like,
weird because you're so used to like either pulling the
Right.
cord or going with the
Switching needles.
DPN, and I don't know if I'd like knitting on anything smaller than this length needle, but I like it, and this just flies because you do 2 rows and then you switch the color, and it's lemonade shop yarn, so how can you not want to keep knitting?
Faux
So
show.
it kind of stinks because I need to get those. I got a couple weeks to get that pair of socks done, which is fine. I'll be able to do it, but it's like I don't want to knit them. I want to knit this. Which it's like July, so you're not going to wear it anyway. But I love it. I'm using my contrast color is Lemonade Shop Blue Fluffy Unicorn, which is 438 yards for 100 grams. It has sparkle. I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see
I'm
it.
not sure. I think it might pick up like a little bit.
I see it.
Yeah.
Mounting, but
It's not like crazy.
not a ton of sparkle.
But yeah.
It's just the right amount.
Yeah. To be like, oh. And then I went with Knit Picks Hawthorne Fingering Slate Kettle Dye because I didn't want a flat color. I wanted some.
Variation.
Yeah,
I love it.
because,
I really like the
You have a swanky hand dyed
tonal
yarn,
in it. Yeah.
so you don't want just like flat.
I
Yeah,
think
so
the color choices were good.
I'm loving it. And it's a paid for pattern by Vera Valimaki. For my size, the yarn she used, I think she used Madeline Tosh for her contrast color, and you needed 2 skeins for my size, but they also give you the yardage, not just the amount of skeins. So the yardage, the Lemonade Shop, fortunately, is a little bit more. So I think it's just enough to be the right amount for my contrast color and my size. So that works out good.
Are the sleeves in the pattern 3/4 length?
Yes. And
Now, obviously, you can do whatever you want with it, but the
Right.
pattern is written with 3/4 length.
Right.
sleeves. Okay.
Which I do like.
I like too.
After I knit the sweater, I pull from the center of the cake, and so it was pretty deflated, and I didn't want it to get tangled. And just in case I start running out of yarn, I did weigh it, and then at the halfway point, I put like a little loop knot
When she was rescanning it.
when I was rescanning it, so then I know if I hit that, I'll just do less stripes. That way I have the same amount of stripes on each sleeve. And
That's
if
very
I
good.
feel like it, I don't know if I'll have more. I probably will, so I'll see how I feel about making longer sleeves or not. Because I have one more skein.
Oh.
So
Oh, you have plenty.
yeah, I can't, so we'll see. If I haven't reached the halfway mark, once I've finished the directions for the stripes, I'll see how I feel, and I'm, may or may not keep going, I don't know. Because I do like 3/4 length. But, yeah, love it, love it. I did try this on, and it fits. You know how it always looks like it's just sitting there because it's not blocked, and then when it blocks, it kind of falls, or drapes better, but love it. Oh my God.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
It's a very exciting whip.
Yeah, and it's nice. I guess depending on your size, it's nice to be able to use, a swanky yarn and get away with only using one skein of a more expensive, I think, and then being able to get the more affordable knit picks. Not that Lemonade Shop isn't
Extravagant.
affordable.
It's
right.
not
It's not extravagant, but
I wouldn't buy
But if you need
sweaters
5 skeins of it or something,
it's going to be over
pricey,
$100 for a sweater, and it just makes being able to mix it with a commercial yarn, and having the kettle dyed effect for a lower price just makes it more affordable for anyone, I guess, is what I'm trying. Does that?
Yes, makes sense.
Is
to
it
me.
translating?
Yeah, and there's no reason, why not? I'm not opposed to using knit picks, but it is nice to put a little something special in with it.
Yes, lovely. Tis it is.
And that's my whips.
that's it.
I
Okay.
still have whips, but I haven't been working on
I'll
them.
start with this.
Yeah, sometimes it's like if you haven't worked on it, why show it?
No, yeah, I haven't knit on it. So.
I am test knitting the TP shawl. I was calling it Tippy, and it's not. It's TP. Because it reminds her of the way it's laid out. It reminds her of the TP houses. She's in Paris.
The designer.
Charlotte Bory is Charlotte and Gus podcast, and she lives in Paris, and
Ooh, I'll have to
she
watch
is
her.
French. So, crud.
You almost just poked me in the eye.
In the
with
middle
that.
of a row.
Yes, but it's okay. I'll spread it out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that big yet. It is 1 color brioche and then 2 color brioche short rose shawl, and it's very, very long, so she can wrap it around a couple times. But,
Using it as a scarf.
yes.
Okay.
It does come down a bit if you just put it over as a regular, shawl. But she likes scarves. She likes to wrap it. And I'm knitting them on Chow 4s, which is 3.5 millimeter. I am using. Should I just point first and then show the tag? This is Cherry Tree Hill, and it's in the natural colorway. It's 100% luxury merino, which I'm assuming just means not superwash, which is fine because I'm going to hand wash this. And then the contrast color here is the Rowan Fine Art, and I looked up the color. It's Elm, which is very appropriate.
This is nice and tight.
Yeah, I'm a tight.
My brioche was very loose.
And that's the.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, isn't that a neat?
I like
color?
that.
I like that color. I had shown this in an procurement a little while ago, and I got this in a red one, and I wasn't sure what to do. But then when I was approved to test knit, I went out and bought a couple of skeins of the white creamy.
Undyed.
Yeah.
Natural. Oh,
Natural.
natural.
But it's the Roman Fine Art. And this is Cherry Tree Hill. It's actually on Elm Street in Barton, Vermont. And they've got I looked it up, and they've got lots of colors and whatnot. So maybe look it up online or something. I don't know.
I've heard of them before. It's just not something
Cherry
that's
Tree-
usually at our yarn.
Cherryyarn.com is their website.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. The pattern will be out August 15th. So hopefully
Hopefully,
I can make my way. I'm pretty sure I can make my way through this by
Oh,
then.
definitely.
But I'm liking the
once you get the
short
rhythm,
rows.
if you've never knit brioche before, once you get the rhythm, it goes really.
She
And
sends,
if you knit on them in arms.
yeah, and she sends a really nice tutorial on the short rows.
Oh, nice.
The 2 color brioche short rows. I wasn't very happy with my first 2 color brioche side, but I guess I'll just get better. I didn't want to take it out. So.
And it might block out fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll
And then
block out.
if you're
okay. I
using
just
it
was
as a
kind of
scarf,
like,
nobody's going to see it anyway.
I was a little like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. My stitch marker from Twisted Daisy Fibers.
It's cute.
So yeah, I thought it was very pretty. You've done a few crazy colors for my shawls.
Oh,
and so
so something
it's
a little
kind of
more-
nice to have a nice natural first time brioche, and it's really fun.
It is fun. A lot of people say it's addictive.
But then you forget to increase, and you're like,
I know. That's what screws me up so many times.
There's a few extra rows in between because I wasn't ripping it out.
Yeah.
I said I'll just do an extra repeat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is nice.
Next.
Yes, next. This is my Rhinebeck sweater. I'm doing a Mama Vertebrae by Kelly Brooker. I tried so hard to get to the part where I took the sleeves, separated the sleeves, but I just couldn't make it. I only have a few more repeats. But I was here last time, and I
So here,
where's the heck? What is
Your tag. Or
There we go.
zipper.
Okay.
so okay, so here knitting up
Yeah.
is how much she's knit.
Yeah. So it's grown exponentially. I'm ready to get rid of these sleeve stitches because it is just a pain in the rear end. I've started to have to throw when I'm purling because my hand hurts. But yeah, I'm loving the color. This is Sweet Georgia Deep Cove Tough Love Sock. And I'm like, is it reading?
Yeah.
The tonal.
Definitely.
I'm in love with it.
Ooh, easy.
I'm in love with it. So, and I like the feel of the yarn, and I'm like, ooh, I need to make socks out of this because
obsessed.
it's beautiful yarn. It just feels really nice, and I'm knitting them on 2.5 Addy rockets. The pattern it called for fingering weight 3.25 needles, but I did a swatch like a good girl. And Sarah helped me math it out, and I went down a needle size, and actually didn't have to I was just going to make the biggest size in fingering just to get it out of the way, but I didn't have to make the biggest size when I swatched because my gauge was big.
Her gauge was bigger, so with this pattern, I never hardly ever have to go down a needle size. I'm usually right on with what the pattern calls for, but with this pattern, I've had to go down. I go down a needle size.
Yeah, so that's. I'll worry about that in a minute.
Do
Yeah,
you need something?
I dropped a stitch, and I have a thing. Here it is. I was looking for my bag, my chicken bag.
Stitched by Jessalou.
Stitched by Jessalou. I couldn't remember. I wanted to say Andre Sue Knits for some reason. And I'm like, no, I don't have anything from her. I dropped a stitch, and that scares me. There we go. Not like I'm not good with a crochet hook, but I hate doing it. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I have the Sea to Sky Party of 5 from Sweet Georgia.
You should show it. Mini tag.
I know, but I don't feel like pulling anything out and wrinkling everything. I was gonna do stripes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to the bottom and do them anymore, or just use them for something else, a matching shawl.
So this is the Sea to Sky collection. So it's got 5 skeins: basil, fern, evergreen, salt, air, and sapphire. Also in the Tough Love sock.
So you'll have to look
I
if
was
you
kind
have
of gonna
enough.
go that way, but
Yeah, you'll have to look though if you decide not to use it for that Spice Market shawl.
yeah, that's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
do
thinking
that.
too.
I'm gonna
That's
do
what I
it.
was thinking too. So I was like, oh, I could throw a couple stripes on just the sleeves. I could do this. I could do that. But then I'm thinking, I might just keep it and do something with that uses a
Yeah,
bunch
doing
of
the whole bottom
because
or the
each
cuffs too.
each one is
The sleeves.
105 yards, so you have quite a bit that you can work with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I might just keep it. I don't know. But anyway, that's my
it would
sweater.
look cool though
Decisions,
on the cuffs of the
decisions.
sleeves and the bottom of the sweater. That would look pretty awesome.
And that's
Yeah.
why I was like cracking up when I'm like, ooh, I want to test knit this for you too. And it was like, just work on your sweater,
Yeah, I
lady.
know.
Like, what is wrong with you? But
I know.
anyway,
There's time.
I get bored. I have, what is that, cast on eddies? Or is that backwards? You don't know what to cast on or you cast on too much.
Cast on too much.
I'm definitely have it. So I'm, just like, I'm like, what can I do? I need to knit everything. And my husband's looking at me like, what is all these bags everywhere? Like, what? I stick them in the corner of my thing, but it's just like, it's starting to get scary. So, and then my kid's bugging me about her sock. But, so, that's it. That's it. That's it for me.
I feel like a little bit, I get anxious if I have too much on my
know.
needles. I
know,
start
I
to feel like I
started
have to
feeling
clean
that.
it out, you know.
I started feeling that way, so.
Okay, so moving on to procurements. So I haven't shopped at all. I'm very good. That's not true. I just put in a Nitpicks order, but it hasn't come in yet, so that'll be on the next episode for procurements. But anyway, we had a winner of our giveaway, our 300 subscriber YouTube subscriber giveaway, and she is a viewer, Fireman's Honey, Heather, and she lives just 1 town or 2 towns over from me. So I met her for knit night and gave her prize, and she gave me a mug. So that's my procurement. So it's so
It's so
cute.
cute.
It says garter stitch on it. It's really adorable. And then on the inside it says knit to end, which I love. I'm just drinking water, if anybody's wondering. So
Elias
thank you
vodka.
so much, Heather, and it was so nice to meet your friends. There were 3 other people in the group, so
I'm
it
gonna
ended
do
up being
that.
a group of 5 of us. It was fun.
That sounds fun.
It's at a Starbucks, and it was cool. And we were there, like, we closed up. We were there
Wow.
for hours and hours.
That's fun, though.
And she was like, I'm going to have my kids with me, so I'm not going to stay as long as I usually do. So I'm only going to stay till like 9 or 9:30. And I'm like, how long do you normally stay? She's like, well, they close at 10. We ended up staying till close anyway.
that's
But it was so nice to meet her. She's super, super sweet. And she was like, oh, you're like the 3rd podcast I've been mentioned on this week. I'm like, excuse me, girlfriend. I don't remember who the other one was, but she was definitely mentioned on Grocery Girls because she wrote this little story in one of their threads about this Halloween. Oh my gosh, it was such a she had me cracking up. It was a really funny story, and so she's just like gets all around to all the podcasts. But it was so nice, it was nice to meet her, and thank you for the mug.
Fun.
I
It's
didn't.
my only procurement.
I won something, but it hasn't been sent yet. So
Yeah.
excited.
Oh, so you don't have anything either?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I
Well,
didn't.
that'll
do
change
anything.
today.
That's good.
This is
You're gonna learn today.
June. This is my June Fiber Club, so everybody should have got it by now.
Yeah, it's end of July. I would think so.
Well, we get it like right at the beginning, so. But she usually
Look
says
away if you have.
Yeah,
what is it?
but-
What fiber club is it?
Highland Handmaids, but
If
you
you
should
haven't
have
gotten
it
it.
by now because it's the 22nd. So this month's installment is Shoe Bill,
It's beautiful.
Shetland, 4 ounces. Highland Handmaids.
What's it, like periwinkle-ish?
Yeah, kind of, and
it's
tonally.
Beautiful.
So there's blue spots and purple spots.
Make me a sweater out of it.
I know, right?
A 7-year-old shrug is way different than a
Adult sweater.
adult.
This will make me a shrug. I wouldn't mind.
No,
You make your own
get your
dang
own
shrug.
stuff. So that's this. This would be fun.
Spin your own
It's-
damn yard.
It's nice to have like more not variegated.
Speaking of look away,
I
just
have a
real
hard time
fast,
not
it was
buying
really
it.
funny. Once Upon a Corgi podcast, she lives in Southern Connecticut as well, so she
Oh, does she?
was in a club for Woolenvine. And so she gets it very quickly. And so she was like, nobody probably has this yet. And so she's like holding it up and I'm not in a club. So I'm watching it and she's like, not even saying the colors. She's not saying the name because it'll give it away.
Oh,
and
funny.
So then she just turned it to the screen so we could, I was cracking up because
That's
she's
funny.
like, I want to tell you all about it, but I can't.
Secret.
But I enjoyed looking at it.
Yeah, I don't
too.
mind being spoiled either.
I don't mind being
I was
spoiled.
cracking
I think
up,
it makes
though.
me more excited.
Yeah, I think in this clip
That's
too,
pretty.
she still has spots, and she does a fingering weight option, or she has two fiber, 2 worsted, and 2 fingering options. And you get a little prize every month with it. Like sometimes it's a pin or stitch markers. This month
Cute.
I didn't bring it, but it was a tiny. It's small and a small amount, but it'll last a long time. It's the Lolo Bar solid lotion bar, but and it's like
so good.
it's like the size of maybe like 2 quarters stacked on top of each other, but it's like this will last forever. It feels like it, so that's nice. And it's a scent I can wear. It like it's not too perfumey. I have a hard time with perfumes and smells, but this one doesn't bother me.
I'm sorry. I am so hungry right now. Like my stomach is growling. I know that you guys can't hear it, so I don't want to be like, sorry if you can hear it, because there's no way you can
I've heard
hear
it on a podcast before, so it always makes me worry.
There, you can't hear it.
Sorry.
Fourth of July, Madeline Tosh had, I think, free shipping. And she showed this on her Instagram, and I love it. It's this one is I forgot 80 10 10 merino cashmere nylon, 405 yards for I think it's 100 grams. She doesn't. How come they don't put that on there?
Looks like 100 grams.
It doesn't like because 100 grams is like 3.5 ounces.
I have my scale out.
I don't know. Anyway, it's called The Far Beyond. So it's like a navy,
love it.
a navy with all the. So I had to get that. It's free shipping.
You did.
Every time I see those, they look like those things that like are in
Oh,
the
I know.
ocean.
I hate those things.
No, I don't hate them.
Let
but
me
it
show
just
you what they're talking about.
cracks
I hate.
me up.
I hate them.
I got some. Classy Fiber Company, who I love. She's in Massachusetts. She has an Etsy store. ClassySquidFiberCo.com. That must link you to the Etsy. I got some Rolegs. They're limited edition Shetland wool and yak down.
Yak down.
Yeah, like these white bits. It's like depigmented or something. And I think she was having some kind of sale.
They're so neat looking.
Yeah, they're tube.
I like the color.
And they're different shades of Shetland dyed the same color green.
Cool.
Oh, fun.
This is just 2 ounces. I've spun one of them, but you just spin from the end.
Oh, I hate the way it looks. It looks like a turd. It's like grossing me out. You're just looking at it.
I have
all I'm gonna think of. Sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry.
I have a hard time with these.
That's what it looks like after you drink grape Kool-Aid, though.
Ew,
That's the color it turns.
stop. That's really gross.
I'm sorry.
Why would you
brought
say
it
that?
up because you brought it up.
Never mind.
You can keep
So
talking
that's what I
about
got. I know, but then I keep getting interrupted with stuff. So
Sorry.
I've never been interrupted by either of my sisters. They're
when you're
so
trying
good
to talk
me.
about one thing,
They're so
and you're
good.
interrupted 3 times while you're trying to talk about the same thing, it's time to stop talking about it. Those are my Rolegs.
Nod to pod, anybody?
Yes. I
Oh.
have lots.
I have one I wanted to talk about.
You go
Oh, and
first.
first, let me, because I don't want to forget. I'm going to interrupt because I don't
That
want
was
to forget.
twice in about 2 seconds. Twice.
I wanted to talk about the candy swap. We would have talked about that at the beginning, and I forgot, and I don't want to forget.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
So the candy swap, we're going to do. We have quite a few people signed up, so that's exciting. I thought that we could close the sign-ups for on July 31st. We'll lock it, and then we'll have your partners out to you by the 7th. We'll have them within the week, and then I thought that you could have it mailed out by September 1st. That would get everybody time if they need to wait for their paycheck or need to think or get stuff together. I think just leave it up to you what you want to swap. 2 or 3 different kinds of candy. If you can talk to your partner, do you feel like swapping yarn, mini skeins, a whole skein, fiber? You know, you can just, we'll do it that way. There are a couple people, 2 people that are definitely going to be partners because they have allergies. So if you have allergies, don't feel like you can't sign up.
Yeah, just let us know.
Mention you have allergies, and if somebody else says, "Oh, I don't mind
Or you can discuss
finding
that
your
in
allergies," or I'll partner with anybody with allergies. No big deal. Just tell people what you can and can't have, or don't
helpful.
like.
So just
And
go,
whether or not you want to be international.
yes, so just go over to our group. There's a thread in the group. Say that you're interested, whether or not you want to ship internationally or stay locally to you, like within the country, wherever you are.
Yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to put that in there.
Thank you.
Did you have pod?
Did you have another
I did.
pod?
Who did I just hear about? I haven't watched it yet, but Elizabeth in our group, very active, and we talk on Instagram. She watches a lot of different podcasts. I find a lot of new ones from her. And this morning I saw Strings and More. Did she say they were in Long Island or New Jersey? I think Long Island. This is just because I had their YouTube page up. I don't know their names, but it looks like fun, especially because they have 6 episodes up, and the most recent podcast is titled "The Ugliest Hoe in the Brothel."
Ooh, that's a clever name.
Ugliest HO, like half object. So I can't wait to see what they are talking about.
Intriguing title, ladies.
Yeah. So looks cute. So Strings and More, MOOR.
E.
E.
Amy?
Yes. I had them written down.
Oh, it says knitting, spinning, and chatting. Sorry.
It's been mentioned pretty much on everybody, and if you watch Grocery Girls, which everybody does,
Yes.
I know, who doesn't?
they mention them. But the Hey Sister podcast, they only have
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 up. They're Tabby and Rachel, and they are a riot. And it's very inspiring to watch parents, because Tabby has 4 children, and Rachel just has 1 little boy, which I think he's 8 or 9 months old,
Yeah,
and they
new
make enough
baby.
noise. So, but you can hear them in the background, and they're not bad. It's just, it's funny to have them just do their thing, and it's like, oh, there's noise, no big deal.
Yeah.
And they do. Rachel just started a couple of months ago, but she's very like excited to do everything, and they like buying the same yarn from each other. Like it's if one sees it, they buy it for the other one. It's really
cute.
funny. And they are, I can't remember where they are.
West Virginia?
Yes, West Virginia. And then I mentioned it last time. I just did a kind of quick shout out, but I didn't actually, that's what I forgot at the end. I was saying, I think I forgot something. Their actual podcast name, the Crafty Toads Podcast with Helen and Mary Beth. They are sisters and they live together and they're in Jersey, and they have a shop, Toad Hollow. I believe it's Toad.
Is it Etsy shop?
I think it's toadhollowNJ.com or .etsy.com. I can't quite remember, but I know they're on Instagram and stuff. They're linked all over the place. So go to Crafty Toads Podcast, and
they're in our group. They're funny.
Yeah, they are funny. They're funny people. I can't wait.
They don't want to be
them.
swap partnered with each other because they live together.
It was like, well,
Yeah.
save
But
my postage.
yeah, big time.
But I just
Yeah, but they have access to the same candy,
they said hello,
which is the point of the
on their last podcast, and I just wanted to make
Hello
sure
back.
I said the right name of their podcast, because me just shouting Toad Hollow makes no sense to anybody. But they make
Crafty
some
Toads.
Crafty Toads podcast, but their shop they make a lot of cute little things and everything. And then
I should subscribe.
a very new one. He's only had a couple of actual stuff podcasts. His first one was a little introduction of himself. His name's David, and he is Dog Dare Podcast. Dog Dare is one word, because if you just put dog space dare podcast, you get dog tricks. Not what
which
you want.
might be good.
If that's what you're
But
into,
not if you're
that's
looking
cool.
for a knitting
But
podcast.
Dog Dare is one word podcast. Yeah, like I said, his name's David. He is in North Carolina, I believe.
I put do dare, one word.
Do dare.
Do dare. And he's really, really nice. He's just looking to join the community. He said he started knitting like 10 years ago, but he was just doing doggy sweaters for his pups.
Cute.
And so he's just seeing the community the way it's popped up all over. He's just really excited to get into everything. He's got a spinning wheel and a loom, and he's just really, really neat. So, and then one other thing I wanted to mention, it's been mentioned on every other podcast, so I thought we'd do it on ours. Eric from Sticks Plus Twine podcast and Devin from Handmade and Woolen podcast have collaborated to do Rib magazine for men, or people who
Ooh,
knit for
fun.
men. And instead of trying to make a pattern into a guy's pattern or just be left with what we've got, they are collaborating with other people and designers to make specific men patterns, which is really, really neat. And that starts in the fall. Ribmag.com,
Wow.
I believe, is the website, or you can just go on one of their.
Is it going to be an e-magazine?
No, I believe it's an actual magazine,
Nice.
kind of like
Print.
what you got.
Oh,
I think it's going to be like that.
Making-
They have it scheduled for the fall. No specific date
Oh.
yet, but they're trying to get things together, and it's really exciting because I do get lost when trying to knit for Tony. I'm thinking like I want to make him something cool, but it's like at the same time it's like, oh, here's a hat,
Yeah.
and here's another hat.
there are a lot of
Here's
designs
like-
out there, but not nearly
Yeah,
as many
it's
as
just like he
women.
said, you've got to like take a pattern and go, oh, well, let me do this for the guy. And it's kind of like, or you just get these stuck with these colors, and it's like, they want to be fashionable.
Nice.
Tony might like a shawl. He doesn't know.
He has no idea.
He
We need
doesn't
to
know
tell
what he
him.
wants.
We have to tell him.
I just want to mention those. I'm excited. Cool. And I will link them. I will do show notes. I wrote them down so nice this time, and I will link that.
I would also like to say that we forgot something for the past like 3 podcasts, and it's in Procurements, and it's a procurement for Sarah, from me. It's her procurement though. I bought her a spinning wheel
Oh,
weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah, we keep forgetting.
And we keep forgetting,
to put a
so
picture
you'll have
in.
to send me a picture when you get home
Okay.
so that I can put it in.
I keep forgetting, and then I haven't been able to use it. And maybe somebody else will know. I've tried like
Yes.
WD-40, and then this other
So let's
one.
open this up. Open this up to the knitting community. It
put
is
a-
from the
we'll put a thread.
1920s. It's a spinning wheel
Is
from the
that what they said?
1920s. Yes. And everything is intact except the
distaff.
Distaff.
Which is for flax, so I don't need that.
So she doesn't use it anyway, but it has a bobbin
tiny bobbin. It only has one. No.
Yeah, so it has one bobbin, and it appears as if.
It doesn't have a name on it, or it doesn't have a
Yeah.
name. It had something on it. I can't remember.
So I'll try to get a picture from her, and I'll put it in here. And it appears as if the bobbin has been stained onto. What do you call
the flyer.
the flyer? Maybe it's supposed to be stuck on there.
It doesn't turn. The bobbin, it's supposed to come off of the
Right.
flyer. And it doesn't come off. I can't get it off. And it's supposed to spin independently of the flyer. It's a Saxony wheel, so it's the wheels on the side, and instead of a castle wheel where the wheel's in front and the bobbin is on top and in front of you, this is the Saxony wheel is on the side, and then the flyer and the orifice are on the side, and it has one pedal. It spins easily. The flyer spins.
Yeah,
but
all
the
of the
bobbin,
parts are working.
The bobbin does not spin independently of the flyer. I can't get the bobbin off. I've tried WD-40 and another. I forgot.
Liquid wrench. I think I gave. No.
No, you gave me WD-40, and Todd had me get another. It's the same sort of thing where you spray it. I've sprayed it and sprayed it and sprayed it and sprayed
Let it sit.
Let it sit forever. Tried to tap it with a hammer gently. It will not come off. If anybody has any ideas on what to do, because I'd like
What
to
the
use
issue
it.
is.
I would really like to be able to find, like, if I can get it to work, or should I measure and look for, measure the bobbin, look on the internet for bobbins that size, and then just like break the broken one off when I have a bobbin that's the same size? Is that going to be my only option? Because it spins. It spun. I sat down and pressed the pedal, and it
works.
Spun right away. No problem. Nothing creaked. I even tried like oil on the bobbin. That spray, penetrating oil.
Did you talk nice to it?
I was surprised how good it worked right away. I think like one of the things is broken.
One of the spokes.
But
One of the spokes is broken on the wheel.
just one.
I was out with some friends, and I was in Essex area. I don't know if anybody knows of Essex. A lot of tourists know of Essex because the steam train is there. So it's a really cute little.
It's on the shore.
Cute little area. A lot of old houses with old crap in them, and there was an estate sale. There's a house being for sale, and there was an estate sale, and I was literally driving by. I was turning the corner and driving by, and I was like, "Is that a spinning wheel?" So I got out and I talked to the guy, and it was pretty reasonable price, and he said it was from the 1920s, and he said it worked, and he hooked it up and stuff and showed me, but I don't know anything about spinning wheels, so it could have like spun, I don't know. So I bought it.
She didn't call me. She comes over with it. And
I did.
And I'm like, you bought a spinning wheel?
Yeah, and she's like, does it work?
Well, because
And I go, yeah. And she goes, with the pedal? And I go, yeah. So she put it all together, and
well, I
it
was
works.
just nervous that
thankfully.
she bought it without
I know. I could have
calling me
bought a broken
and
spinning wheel.
then I can't use it, and I'd feel bad she wasted her money. But it pedals. The
My
poor bobbin is
thought of it
gone.
was, it was inexpensive for me. It was within my price range to buy a spinning, whatever, an artifact. It was from the 20s, and I thought to myself, my sister loves spinning. She's always loved spinning, always wanted to spin. Worst comes to worst, it doesn't work. It's a really cute conversation piece that can sit and collect dust.
Yeah.
But if she didn't want it, heck, I'll take it. I'll put it next to my thing, and people say, "What is that?" And
No,
I'll say,
it's
"A spinning
really
wheel." I
cute.
don't know. It doesn't work, but I
Yeah.
like it.
Well,
So I thought it was cute
Yeah.
enough to like have on display, even if it wasn't in perfect
It is
working
very pretty.
condition. It was within that price range for me
No, and
to
that's
buy
the only
something
thing.
just to sit there, even if it didn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't. The bobbin won't come off or spin by. Even if the bobbin stayed on, but it spun, you need the bobbin to spin independent of the flyer so it can wrap and feed on the yarn. The
So
single.
spinners out there in the community, help.
It's just scary when I was just scared when people see a spinning wheel and they just buy it and then it doesn't work, or it's going to cost a ton of money to fix, or I watched every video on YouTube about it, so I knew what to look for when you look at older wheels. So that's the only problem.
We probably could have resold it.
Oh,
We
I'm
probably
sure.
could have put it on eBay, non-working, if you
Yeah.
feel like dealing with it.
Decoration.
Get a little bit of money back.
But it's
if I
not
wanted to,
non-work.
but-
It is non-working, but it's this close to working.
Yeah.
So it is worth it if I just need to get a bobbin. I mean, a new bobbin, but
So
I want to get that one off, but it's fun. It'll be fun to play with. I would really like it to work.
So thanks for your help in
Thanks.
advance, for listening to us and helping if you can.
Oh, and you wanted to, do we want to answer the question, or we do it in the group already?
Well, we answered a question in the group. It's regarding 2 at a time socks. So somebody had asked us, hey, Therese on Ravelry posted a question. Hey, so I know you guys mostly knit your socks 2 at a time, and I was wondering how you like it, or if you have any techniques for it. I've heard different opinions on it, but I'm kind of interested to try it out. So I learned 2 at a time toe up on Magic Loop. Not that I've only ever done it that way, but that's exclusively how I did it when I did my first few pairs of socks. I use the Turkish Judy's Magic cast on for toe up. I've done top down toe at a time, but I didn't know how to do it, cast them on together. So I did the cuff on one, transferred to cuff on the other, transferred, blah, blah, blah. Sarah posted in the question thread, she posted a link to a YouTube video of how to do 2 at a time, top down, cuff down, without transferring your cuffs off. My last 2 at a time that I did cuff down, the test knit that I did, I used that YouTube video and it was awesome. Okay. So thanks for posting that. If anyone else would like to share their techniques, we answered it in the thread. So if you want to go look at it, if you have questions on it, you want to go look at it, or if you want to read it and input your own opinion on if you do it or what you like to use, go ahead and feel free to do that.
We do 2 at a time so we don't get second sock syndrome,
yes.
because we will. So if I do them on DPNs, I do them in tandem because I will not, the second sock will take me forever if I don't do it at the same time.
But like my 9-inch circulars, I'm doing tandem because I know I won't finish. So
my only...
And I don't, it doesn't take any less time, I feel.
No.
Right.
You're still knitting 2 socks. If you don't get second sock syndrome, like Candace,
it doesn't matter.
then do however you want.
Some people feel like the 1 sock at a time flies right off the needle, whereas
so
whatever.
So it kind of ends up, in the end, it takes the same amount of time. Some people just like that that gratification of getting a sock done.
Yeah.
But I don't like having it sit there on the
So
side.
the only thing to pay attention to is your yarn. You just have to notice which way you're turning your work or putting the yarn, just so it doesn't twist. It's not hard. It's not a pain. It's a pain to untwist it, but if you look at it, pay attention when you're turning. What direction is my yarn coming? Is it going to twist when I turn it this way or that way? Or when I'm done with that half of the row, do I put my yarn this way or do I just pull it over that way? It's not a big deal.
Mina Phillip has a video on 2 at a time yarn management as well.
Yeah.
The Knitting Expat.
So you just have to look when you're doing it. That's all.
But it's definitely worth. I think anything is worth trying. Try this way. Try that way. Try this technique. Try that technique. You know, I tried. What was it? Norwegian purling. Sarah does Norwegian purling. I hate it. I can't stand it. It feels like it takes forever to do 1 stitch. But she loves it because you don't have to put your yarn in the front when you're purling. So when you're doing ribbing, it's easier for her. Yeah. So
I found another purling.
And it keeps my some people, I don't know if I did. Some people have a noticeable gauge difference when they knit or when they purl. I don't know if I did or not, but I don't now. When I do it that way, I just like it.
And I saw another continental purling technique where you bring it down and you just swipe the yarn. But if you're doing flat and so you have to knit the other side, you have to knit through the back. Otherwise the stitches twist. So just pay attention to where your yarn is. Yeah, there's so many
millions of techniques to do things. Mina Phillip just talked about Portuguese purling. Portuguese knitting and purling. So
look up on YouTube. It's all of these. Just it's fun to search around.
It is, and it's fun to try something new and say, no, I hated that, or yes, I loved it, or whatever.
And just know that if you are going to try a new way of knitting, holding your yarn and knitting, give it a good amount of time. Yeah. Because it's going to feel like you have your hands don't understand what they're doing.
Even if you just make like dish rags or something.
Because I've done, just make a swatch of whatever you're doing. Because when I started, I used to throw, and then when I started continental knitting, when I throw, I feel like a
awkward
dumb giraffe, like a newborn giraffe. I'm like, how did I do this? Where does my yarn go? Like, no, that's right. Like, what if... this is how I did it.
I knit continental because I crocheted for so long, so it just feels natural to have the yarn in my left hand, like you do when you crochet.
but there's flicking where you're pretty much continental, but it's on the other side, you know, but you're holding it the whole time. You're never dropping your yarn. So just give it a moment, see if you really like it, and then
give it a good go.
Else. Yeah.
And if you don't like 2 at a time socks, then don't do it. But try it. Everything is worth a try.
Yep.
So we usually do Living the Dream. We've all been pretty busy, so I don't know how much we've all been up to.
I fell down the stairs, so that was nice.
What a dream. Living the nightmare. I was going to say I did something, but I don't know now what I did. Doesn't matter. I'm going to see The Little Mermaid play at a local middle school today with my niece tonight. So yes,
more importantly,
so
she's taking my child overnight.
So we're very excited about that.
Everybody is.
Yes.
And we're going to the Knit after we leave here. We're going to see Betty at the Knit.
And
so that's fun. And we're going to have some procurements. And then tomorrow, I'm having a baby. I'm not having a baby.
Yes, sir, baby.
I'm
puppy.
getting my puppy. She's 8 weeks old today. She's a Great Dane. She's the most beautiful thing I've ever set eyes
really
on.
cute.
You'll probably be able to.
I'm glad they
put
picked
some
her because
pictures in,
she would be
you're
my
gonna love it.
choice. Her colors would be the one I would choose.
Perfect.
Ah, she's so beautiful. So next time we podcast, you'll meet my baby. Yay. I'm so excited. Her name is Elizabeth Bennett. And
because we love Pride and Prejudice.
Because we love Pride and Prejudice. And let me tell you, this little dog is so fresh and spunky, and like she'll look at you and be like, "Roar!" like at you. So I mean, Elizabeth Bennett is pretty spunky. So I think the name fits, and we're just so excited. I couldn't sleep last night. I had dreams about puppies. So yeah, I was so excited.
I can't wait. I want to smell her puppy breath.
I feel like I'm gonna cry. And then our breeder, so I know, I'm like so excited. Our breeder lives very local to us. She's only about 20 minutes away. So we've spent, she said, as soon as the puppies are this, 3 weeks old, you can come visit anytime you want. So I'm like, when can we come? When can we come this week? Can we come in 2 days? Can I come tomorrow? Can we come just for like half an hour?
I want to meet her. I can't wait.
My husband, Sean, was like, Adrian, like she's going to freak out. And I'm like, she said anytime I want. So, but we were just talking to her Saturday. Did we see her Saturday? No, Monday we saw her. Anyway, we were just talking to her. And it's been so nice to get to know her as a family too. And they have 3 full-size Great Danes in their house. They have a 5-month-old puppy Great Dane, and they're keeping one from this litter. So
they have 5.
I love
They're
Joker.
gonna have 5
Joker
dogs.
is the cute. Oh my gosh, he's so sweet.
So I'm the oldest.
grief.
The oldest boy is 8, and then they have 2-year-old-ish. And then the 5-month-old is Joker, and he's so cute. And they're keeping Lyric, the little puppy. So it's nice that they're so close.
She's
it's
a
nice
female,
we've gotten
the
to
same
know
color
them.
as Joker, right?
Yeah, yeah. They do show dogs, so they'll be showing their dogs and everything. So it's so nice. And I've seen her like, I think a little bit too much because it's making it harder, I think, to wait, but it's good. So she said to me, don't be alarmed if I cry when I'm saying goodbye. And I'm like, it's okay. I totally get it. They're your babies
but
too.
you can
like,
bring her by. That's the cool thing.
That is the cool thing. And I'm probably going to cry when I pick her up because I'm just so gosh darn happy. So
Wow.
I know, I'm so emotional. I get so emotional. Sorry. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for this time. And I guess we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.